and get it for you, having different receivers lead the team almost every other week?
It's a great feeling, just to be able to go out there each and every play, knowing that I have all the guys out there on the field can make plays, and just be able to execute at the highest level, and not have any worries about if I throw this ball to this person, will he catch it, or run the right route. So I'm in a great position. Blessed to have all the weapons around me, and Coach Sweeney did a great job in recruiting the guys, and making sure that the guys around me are capable of making those big plays.
Deshaun, what happened on that sideline thing with the coach? Were you surprised that it was a coach who that happened?
Nah, nothing too serious. I just ran out of bounds and tried to stop myself, and just got a little shove, and I just walked away from it. So it's nothing bad or major to me. So.
Did he call and apologize, or did he try and contact and apologize?
I think he called Coach Sweeney and Coach Elliott, but I talked to him after the game, and he just said the heat of the moment. I just said it is what it is. I'm not worried about it. Best of luck to y'all, and move on forward.
Because you spread the ball around so much, do you feel that makes you guys a more dangerous offense? You don't kind of have that one superstar receiver that's kind of the go-to guy.
Yeah, I can see that. Just knowing that we don't have that one receiver that the defense can just focus on. All the guys on the field are capable of making big plays. So having that is just make this offense even more versatile and dynamic. Just each and every play somebody's gonna be open to make a play. So.
Kind of along those same lines, obviously you'd like to have Mike out there, but him going, is that kind of a blessing in disguise because it forced you to find other playmakers and not be able to depend on that one person?
I wouldn't say that, because regardless going into the season, I was going to find all kinds of playmakers on the field, and I knew that during fall camp. So Mike, of course he's a big impact to this offense, but regardless if he was playing or not, I was still going to find Ray, Dion, Hunter Renfro, G Hop, all those guys. So I was still going to do me and find the open guy.
Deshaun, is it any more difficult to stay focused this week? Not only because it's Florida State, because you guys could be #1 in the college football playoff rankings on Tuesday. Is it tough to maybe tougher to drown some of that out this week?
Nah, well, not for me. It's not. That's not my main focus. It's still early in November. We have 4 or 5 more weeks to go. Anything can happen, and those rankings are just numbers right now. So. My main focus right now is just getting these tests done this week, and finishing up school, and then football. But all the rankings and stuff is going to take care of itself. We keep doing it and playing Clemson football. We'll be just all right.
This might end up being a game where most pick Clemson to win. Do you prefer that role, or do you prefer being the underdog?
Doesn't matter to me. We're still gonna perform at the highest level. That's just for the fans to, get hyped up if we're, the team to win or the team to lose. So, for me, I just go out there and do what I can do.
What do you remember about that game last year at Florida State, where you got a lot of playing time, kind of became a big part of the offense?
Just really just being able to show what I can do at the highest level, against one of the best teams in the country, and just really, being it. Coming close to winning and just beating I think they were #1 at the time, the #1 team in the country on the road. But we fell short, so look back and just correct the mistakes from last week and just move forward.
Can you talk about Zach Brooks? He seems to make an impact every week.
Zach is one of those guys that. Regardless of how much playing time he's going to get, he's going to give it his all. Whenever he's out there, he's going to make a play somehow. He does a great job of catching the ball out the backfield, and whenever his number is called to run the ball, he's going to run hard. So, he's a senior. He's been around for a while, and he's one of those leaders that, if you need to talk to him or you need a little boost of energy, he's going to give it to you. So,
getting back to the conversation about
having so many tools to work with, it seems that a lot of it's your ability to slow the game down and process quickly. Is that something that's come instinctively to you naturally, and can you explain it to a lay person about how that works?
It really just starts with, being prepared and just knowing your job. The game is only fast if you don't know what you're doing out there. So I know what I'm doing. I know the offense. I know what our game plan is. So that's the reason why it's so slow to me. I know how to read defenses, and I know pretty much pre-snap where I'm gonna go with the ball. So it's just preparation and just knowing your job, and that's basically it. Why the game is so slow to me.
A lot of times people look at a quarterback and they talk about the chemistry with a particular one or two receivers, and yet you have it with a lot of guys. But is it more your ability to recognize and make your decision? And you don't have to favor a guy; it's just whoever's there at the time.
It's just really taking it one play at a time and just reading your keys and just finding the open guy and not focusing on one guy and just building that trust from the receivers and making sure that the receivers know where to be on certain plays and different routes, and if you have that, then that's pretty much the time it is. Making sure that y'all both on the same page. At this time of the route, you're right here, and that's where the ball is.
Coach Sweeney, you said he can't throw enough at you. As the season gets deeper, do you master everything you've already done, or do you add more wrinkles to what this offense can do?
That's a question for Coach Elliott and Coach Scott. For me, I walk in the meetings and whatever they have on the table, that's what I go with, and I just go with it from there. I'm up for any new ideas and different ways of running the offense. I just go out there and do my job and execute. So for me, I just follow what Coach Streeter has to say and the way he teaches.
Would you say the offense is more expansive for you than it was the last time you played Florida State?
Not really. It just depends on that game plan, and that game plan there. Last year it was the same. Man, Cole was on the same level of playing time. So whatever he did, I could do too. So it's just based on what the defense is giving us and what they call.
You can't control the weather, but does it factor into the way this offense, the calls that are made and things that happen? There's a chance it's going to rain. You played 2 games in the rain already this year. Does it matter for the play calling if it's pouring down rain or if it's not?
I don't think it is. And Coach Sweeney probably said the same thing. Whatever the defense is going to give us, we're going to take. And so, we got to throw the ball, we're going to throw the ball. If we have to run the ball, we're going to run it. So, whatever they, give us and whatever the situation is, we're going to take it and run with it.
Sharon Peak is a guy that had been doing a lot of little things well, that had big impact on games, but it was going unnoticed by a lot of the fans. He finally made a huge play at a critical point in the game on Saturday. How good does that feel to you to be able to connect with him for a touchdown and get him some of that recognition he deserves?
It feels good to me just to see him, have the opportunity to make a play. He haven't really had too many opportunities this year to, make big plays like that. But whenever they came, he did. And just to be able to see him, be explosive and a playmaker is just, pretty special. That's what he does. He leads the team, and he's a senior. He's been around for a while, so he knows what's going on. And he just do the little things right. If you do the little things right, the big things can fall in place.
Just your impressions of Gallman, what he's done this year, and it seems like he's really taken his game around right this season.
Yeah, Wayne's a beast. He dominates, and every play he's gonna run hard and give it his all. So he's been doing a great job with that, and taking it one play at a time and just running hard and not really focusing on the stats and just focusing on the little things. And you see the big things are just coming naturally. So he's been getting better each and every week. The whole offense have been, and I can't wait to see what he do this week.
he seems like a guy that really gets better as the game goes on. The more carries he gets, the stronger he gets. And just your thoughts to see him when he's on his 30th carry last week, and he's still really running with a bruising type of style.
You know, he has that motor that, you know, never quits, and so you know, whenever he's running the ball, he just get, like you said, keep getting stronger, keep getting better, and you know, he's like that bull, just, you know, keep going, and you know, you really can't really stop him. You know, there's no limits to, you know, him slowing down. So
What makes this Florida State secondary so good?
You know, they're very talented, and you know, they're very well coached and athletic. So you know, they're, you know, of course, you know, they recruit just like we do. They have some playmakers, and that's what they do. They make plays.
Virtually this entire team is looking for its first win against Florida State. How much does that motivate you guys?
You know, regardless of, you know, what the past, you know, brought to us, you know, we're still gonna be motivated, just because the opportunity we have. You know, each week is the biggest game of the week, and now, you know, this is the biggest game. So, you know, we don't really focus on, you know, what happened in the past. We focus on, you know, 2015 and this week, and you know, we just, whoever, you know, execute the best on Saturday is gonna win.
Has this game become as close or even more important to you guys now as the South Carolina rivalry? Obviously, it's a conference game, so it means more. But it seems like Florida State's almost become a you know, a rival as almost as big as the Gamecocks have.
I guess you could say it. You know, that's, you know, for me, it's, you know, really another game. You know, another opportunity to go out there and show what I got, and try to get another win, you know, for this program and a university. So I guess you could say it. It's just, you know, really what, you know, people think of, you know, these two teams.
With that said, one of the goals on the wall is win the Atlantic Division. You win this game, you win the Atlantic Division. Do you think about that at all, or is the goal just bigger at this point than just that? That's just one of them.
You know, of course we think about it because that's the next biggest one. And you know, to get to where we want to go, we have to win this game. You know, and they're in our way. So, you know, of course it's going to be big. You know, they have the opportunity to achieve that goal again, and we just have to see what happens Saturday.
Will you watch the ratings show tomorrow night?
The what show?
The ratings, the playoff ratings show.
Probably not, just because I have practice, and then, you know, right after practice I have to study for a test. So probably I'll probably see it on Twitter or something.
Yeah.
So
It'll be.
I see it around. Yeah.
What subject do you study?
Right now I have, you know, my major is communications, but I have a sign language test, a mass communication test, and then a couple of athletic leadership assignments to do.
The last time this team was 8-0, it essentially imploded because I think they got kind of ahead of themselves because of the way you guys approach things. Is that kind of insulation against that type of thing happening?
You know, we don't never go back to the past. Of course, we you know, hear about it all the time, but you know, it's a different team now. You know, that team back there, you know, had their ways of doing things, and you know, this team is new. So you know, we just take it one game at a time, like we've been doing, and you know, like, you know, play Clemson football, and you know, we just see what happens. You know, all Coach Swing wants us to do is, you know, give our best. You know, if we do that and come on top, then, you know, we get the W. If not, then as long as we, you know, play Clemson ball and you know, do our best, you know, we are.
Coach Scott had said earlier that 2 years ago at that Florida State game, you were probably in the stands until about halftime, you know, and then maybe you left along with everybody else, with a lot of other people. Did that game affect you at all from what you remember being here 2 years ago? Did you rethink things? Obviously, you didn't rethink things too seriously about Clemson, but did it give you some questions or motivate you even harder?
Not at all. Based on like recruiting and stuff, I knew I was going to be here regardless of the situation, and just motivation, just you know, just really getting here and putting in the work to, you know, be able to, you know, get the payback back, and just, you know, be back on top. And you know, we have the opportunity this week to do that, and you know, we just have to see what happens.
What type of person is Christian Wilkins? From a leader on the team, I've never seen a true freshman D lineman like celebrating with the offense after touchdown and stuff. So, what kind of person is he on the team? What type of role does he have?
He knows his role. He's behind a lot of great talent up there, behind Scott, Carlos, DJ Reader, and those guys. And he's been doing a heck of a job this year. He's very fun, and he one of those guys. Just about family. He's gonna celebrate with everyone, whoever makes the play, and it's not just about him. It's about this team, and he's been a great addition to this program, and he has a bright future. So keep doing what he's doing, and the sky's the limit.